Once a small island nation on the edge of Europe set out to build something far greater than anyone could have imagined. Britain's ships crossed oceans, its merchants established trading networks, and its soldiers fought to expand British influence across the world. But the British Empire was not created overnight. It began with exploration, trade, competition, and an intense hunger for power. One of Britain's greatest weapons was trade, and the East India Company became one of its most powerful instruments. What began as a commercial organization slowly transformed into a political and military force. British merchants came to India searching for profit, but trade gradually opened the door to territorial control. The Battle of Plassey in 1757 became a major turning point, giving the East India Company enormous influence in Bengal. Military victories were followed by taxation and economic control, allowing British power to spread across the Indian subcontinent. Behind this expansion stood the Royal Navy, one of the most powerful naval forces in history. Control of the oceans allowed Britain to move soldiers, goods, and information across enormous distances, turning sea routes into the highways of empire. Then came the Industrial Revolution. British factories began producing goods on an unprecedented scale, creating a huge demand for raw materials and overseas markets. Industry and empire began feeding each other, creating a powerful cycle of production, trade, and expansion. By the 19th century, Britain had transformed from a European kingdom into a global imperial power. During the reign of Queen Victoria, British influence reached extraordinary heights. The empire controlled territories across every inhabited continent, with India standing at its center. Britain built railways, ports, roads, and telegraph networks across its colonies, connecting distant territories faster than ever before. But these systems were also designed to serve imperial economic and military interests. Meanwhile, imperial competition intensified in Africa. British explorers, traders, missionaries, and soldiers moved deeper into the continent as European powers competed for territory. The scramble for Africa turned the continent into one of the greatest arenas of imperial rivalry. The Suez Canal became another vital strategic route, connecting Britain more directly to India and Asia. Singapore became a crucial trading hub linking Europe with India, China, and Southeast Asia. In Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and other settler colonies, British institutions and culture became deeply established. English, British law, education, and administration spread across vast regions, but the empire also had a darker side. Colonial economies were often reorganized around Britain's needs, while taxes, unequal trade, and imperial policies deeply affected local populations. In India, traditional industries and producers suffered under changing economic policies, while millions